Welcome, take two. It's me, Chris Chiller, with another hands-on, a weekly live stream where I try a cool piece of technology and see how far I can get with it. Had a little bit of a hiccup there. I had to come back outside of the events. Apologies to anybody who subscribed to one of the events on one of the various channels. I will tidy that up afterwards. But I'm quite excited about this episode, so I just wanted to get on with it. I've been looking forward to doing this one for some time. If you like what you see, what you hear, you can find more about me at christianschiller.com. Subscribe wherever you happen to be watching. Give me a thumbs up, say hi. And if you're watching live right now, and I can see a few of you are, please leave a comment, please leave a suggestion. Always great to hear. I'm on a different setup today, and I can see there's a little bit of weird issues with the video. Most of it will be me in a tiny thumbnail, so we'll just press on. I updated something on my other camera, and something is a bit lagging. I'm not quite sure what's wrong. Maybe it's just me going mad. Anyway, what is the project today? It is GitHub Copilot. I have been looking forward to doing this. What is GitHub Copilot? It's an AI-powered programming companion? Assistant? I don't know. Powered by GPT-3. The kind of hottest thing around for artificial intelligence and machine learning. And I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what can happen here. So, yeah. The negative here is it's a technical preview. So if you don't have access, you can't copy along quite yet, but I think probably soon. As we're running just a little bit late, I'm going to just dive right in and switch over to my screen. Here we go. Fantastic. So I got this lovely email. Welcome to GitHub Copilot Technical Preview. GitHub seem to like me. They generally give me access to things at a certain point. Not always instantly, but at a certain point. So I figured I would just click this install button and take it from there. See what happens next, pretty much. Okay. Got to figure out what I'm going to test this on as well. There's a whole bunch of things I could try here. I'm also quite interested to try the documentation generation side of things and see how well that works. But we should try some code first. I'll have to try, I think I might try my Flutter application. I'm not sure if it's public yet, but we'll see. Anyway, let's have a look. Let me zoom in a bit here. Welcome to the GitHub Copilot. GitHub with their always quite natty little icons there. A user community, documentation, walkthroughs, examples. So I will probably do an installation and then maybe try one of the walkthroughs and see what happens. To install, check out again starting guide. So we have no choice but to go to an editor. That's fine with me. Let's do that. Open up a window. Let's just leave that there for now. So let's do this first. Okay. Use GitHub Copilot. You first need to install the extension. Visit the extension page. Makes sense. Opened 4 tabs so far. That's a good start. And actually, for a preview, that's a lot of installs, but oops. Okay. Apologize for the small font there, but we're not going to be here for very long. Yep. Okay. I will zoom in a bit on there as well. Let's pop into my 2-pane layout here. Fantastic. All right, prompted to authorize. After you've authorized, you return back to visual code. Okay, great. Should appear as a status panel at the bottom. I don't see it. Oh, I haven't installed it. Dope. Sign in. Yep. Okay. Yep. This is where I find something's wrong in the matrix and I'm not approved or something. Okay. Okay, I guess I have no choice. Maybe. I guess that's it. I now see the little icon down there. Okay, good. All right. Seeing our first suggestion. I mean, I'm guessing this is going to work because it's probably been tested with this quite a lot. Create a new JavaScript file. Okay. And type this following function header. Okay. Do I need to save it first? I might move this up a bit because I think things are getting a bit lost behind my head. Oops. Move that down a bit and then that up a bit so you can see. So it's quite hard to see. No, my head's even more in the way. Okay. There we go. There it is. So this icon down here. But do I need to save the file? I think I do need to save the file first so it knows what language it is. Okay, let's do that first. Pop that into the workspace. Okay. Pop that in. Copilot will automatically suggest an entire function in grayed text. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing anything so far. So what is going wrong here? Maybe I get the feeling actually this might be missing the closing bracket. No, I don't think so. Ah, there we go. Now it's come through. It was a little slow. That didn't really work exactly as we expected. So let's just try that again. No, it seems to need that closing bracket. So we've already discovered a bug. I think. And now it's spinning. You can see it's spinning down here. It's a little slow, maybe. Could be my computer, of course. I don't think so. I don't have a fancy M1, but it's reasonably fast. Okay, this seems to be a little sporadic. Nothing is... It's a little sporadic there. Let's try again. Oh, there we go. Now it comes. Okay, a little unreliable there, but okay. So calculate days between dates. Automatically suggests an entire function box in grey text as shown below. The exact suggestion may vary. It is different actually. This has begin date, end date, days. Here we have 1 day, first date, second date. But they look mostly the same. This is a little different. Here we have a third. Actually, no, this is a little different. If you look, we have begin date, that's here. We have end date, which is called second date instead. But then we have 1 day, which is, yeah, so here it's up as a separate variable, and in this example it's just in line. So that's interesting. Slightly different. Press tab to accept it. Oh, there we go. All right. Okay. It's not formatted completely correctly, but that's okay. We'll attempt to match your code context and style. You can edit the suggested code as you choose. Okay. I wonder how smart it is at keeping up with me on that. I don't know what else to try. How about calculate? Will it keep up with me? I don't know. Let's see. Calculate months between dates. I guess we'd have to start that again. We'll come into a minute whether it's possible to do things like update suggestion. Okay, yeah, so that has given us something slightly different. That's good. I might take it back to, actually, you know what? I want to try something. How do I reject a suggestion? Escape, okay. I want to try something more, hello, Gabrielle, how are you? I want to try something a little more subtle, maybe. Let's try decades between dates. Seems to only want the opening bracket in each case. It's a little slow. I get the feeling I could probably copy and paste quicker, but yeah. Okay, that didn't seem to like that suggestion. So we can see spinning. There we go. All right, that did get there eventually. It's a little sporadic. Whoops, and I didn't accept it. But let's take it back to the original example. It was me just seeing if I could change things. So that was our original example. So for any given input, GitHub Copilot can provide multiple suggestions. As a developer, you're always in charge. You select which session to use or reject one. Reject them all. Clear the file. Start a new one. Okay, good. Okay. Instead of pressing Tab on macOS, Option or Alt and Option and that's confusing options there. Okay. I'm still not seeing anything though, but let's just try. So Option or Alt and that's closing bracket. Okay, it's just giving me that. Now I see. Aha, yes. That is giving me different options. I kind of like having not having the return as a non-variable, so I might go for that one. And then I guess I tab to select. Well, that doesn't seem to, no, that has changed the suggestion. That's interesting. Oops. Let's take that back. I found the wrong keyboard, no. These keyboard shortcuts are not ideal. Okay, right. I would like that one, please. So when you see a suggestion you like, press Tab to accept it. Okay, good. All right, that's what I like. If you don't like any suggestion, and then yes, we did see that accept Open Copilot. Okay, getting more suggestions. Sometimes you may not want to use any of the first set of suggestions. You can ask GitHub Copilot to return more. Clear the file. Type the following again. Again. Show you suggested completion. Not yet, again. But let's do what it says. Control plus Enter. See, okay. Okay. Nice. So we can actually look through the different options we have here. I don't know if that's very readable. Let me just move that over. This is, yeah, they do vary a little bit. Okay, interesting. I think I still like my one here. So I see 9 out of 10 duplicates hidden. What happened to the 10th? I don't know. Let's go for that one. I think I'll stick with that one. Great, thank you very much, Copilot. Generating code from a comment. This is something that I'm interested to try. Okay. Create a new file. Well, let's just start again. Actually, no, let's just start a new file. Yep. So, oops, I will give it the very descriptive file name of test2.js. Very descriptive. And how do I trigger this? Automatic suggested implementation. Again, didn't even seeing it trigger there. It's a little temperamental. I see it whirring away down here, but nothing's happening. I think we now know how to get it to. No, it seems I need to be here. No, okay. All right. No, that doesn't seem to be working anymore. Let's wait. Oh, there we go. Right. Can we get suggestions? Yes, we can. Okay. Find all images without alternate text. Give them a red border. And there's different ways we could do this. I think I'll go for that one. That works for me. Tab. No. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's key mapping or something, but when I hit tab, I often get a tab not accepting the suggestion. I may want to map that to a less conflicting keyboard shortcut, maybe. So that did what we expect. That's not too bad. I think this looks reasonable. Actually, if you notice, a minute ago this was 3 pixels. And what was it again? It was tab. What was the Control plus Enter? Because a minute ago this was 3 pixels, then it changed to 1, which is interesting. How it interprets red border. I don't know if we can make it more precise. It might be worth trying that in a minute. Let me see. This is doing something down here. Oh, okay. I know why, because it's already got a solution. Yeah, that's probably why. Okay. What was it? Control plus Enter. It's always 0 out of 10. Maybe that's just the limits. No, okay, doesn't seem to like that one. Anyway, what I would like to try is, again, if we can be more subtle and say, give them a thick red border. Let's see. So I'm gonna see what happens. I still feel like it might be faster for me to go to Stack Overflow or something, but whatever. No, I didn't like that. Okay. Oops. That. You can't. Actually, you know what I should do? Let me just undo that. I'm going to turn on Keycaster so you can see what I'm typing and why I'm sometimes confused, because what I'm typing on the keyboard isn't always what happens, and I think that's a key binding conflict. So I'm going to turn on Keycaster so you can see what I'm typing, so you can see why I'm getting confused. I think that I've not used this for a little while. It is working, but it's down in the bottom corner. Let me move that up a bit. Make it a bit bigger. It seems to be only down in the bottom. Sorry, you'll have to look down in the bottom corner to see what I'm typing. But yeah, okay. So let's get rid of that. So that worked that time, but I want to cycle. No, now it's working, of course. So, all right, well, fine. And now it's working, but we'll keep here. So that did change a little bit. It just interpreted thick to thick. I think that's valid. Let me just double check. Let me double check that is valid. That would be border in HTML, CSS, yeah. Border, solid, thick. Thick is valid. Okay, good. So that was correct. Good. All right, great. So that worked. Using a framework, especially useful for work with APIs and frameworks you're unfamiliar with. Here we'll use GitHub Copilot to create a simple Express server. Now this is good because I do use Express a bit and I'm always forgetting how to do the basics. So this could be quite helpful. Let's save that. Okay, this is nice. I mean, obviously all of these have been tested, but it will generate lines of code. Again, it's not happening. I always kind of have to trigger it a little bit. Nope, nothing really happened there again. And now you can see I'm hitting tab and nothing really happens. Let's see what happens this time. No, again, I'm not really getting anything here. What have we got wrong? Hit enter. No, nothing's really happening. kind of need like a manual trigger. Maybe there is. Let's see. Doesn't seem to be. Send feedback. Update. I don't know if that's... No, that's not what we want. Okay, there doesn't really seem to be a manual way to trigger it. So nothing's really happening here. And I can't figure quite out how to get it to do something. Maybe we'll try tab. No. No, we can try Control Enter. No, nothing's really happening here. That's disappointing. That's disappointing. No. It's spinning away down in the corner here. You can see. But nothing is really happening. It's a shame. What else could we try? I'd really like to get this to work, actually. This is something that could be super useful for me. Because frameworks are often a shortcut, but there's a lot of boilerplate you have to do. Maybe you can just boot it into life. Come on, Copilot, you can do it. No. Okay. All right, that doesn't really want to work. Okay, all right, let's push on. Check out the examples on or the gallery in this repository. Okay, let's have a look at a couple more examples if we get those to work. I wouldn't mind trying one of these framework ideas. Where's the other examples then? We could try with a different programming language. Ruby, looks like Ruby, Python I'm seeing. Where are these examples though? Here you go. Fetch tweets. Goodreads rating, that's a classic. I like the Goodreads rating. I need an API key though. Eesh, I don't really want to do that. Memoization. Draw a scatter plot. Fetch tweets. Oh, I still need tokens. I don't want to start pasting tokens in here. Oh, Goodreads, I mean... what's the worst that can happen? Well, it's interesting if you look here, there's this title parameter. Oh, I see. I think that's, yeah, that is working there. Okay. Let's have a look at some of the community ones. Comments to code. That was the one we really wanted to try. I can see a couple more interesting ones I'd like to try here. So, comments to code. Oh, Goodreads. So this, I suppose, is the basics they added here. Let's see. So this is Python. Oops, look at that. Sorry. What is going on? There we go. Okay, thank you. Interesting. Weird. Okay, I'm not quite sure what that is. Let's just move that out of the way for now. Okay. Okay, that worked. Then why didn't it work over here? That's really annoying. Maybe I missed something. Maybe there's a line missing somewhere. No, nothing's happening there. Doesn't like that. I don't know. Okay, Python seems to work though. Let me see. I wonder if it fills in the lines in the middle, because no, that. But these seem to. These were manual, I guess. It's hard to tell from this example, like what was here and what wasn't. Yeah. Okay. I want to try one in particular thing I would like to try is I feel like I read something around generating. I saw something in an article around sort of generating basic documentation, but I'm not seeing how to do that. And these are not really showing me very much. Not. If I saw it somewhere, but I'm not seeing how to do it. Schema. Convert comments to code. Ah, so this one. This could be interesting, yeah. If you have a schema and you want to, yeah, now this would be worth trying. I guess these are the examples it's talking about here. So we saw all these already. Yeah. Let's try. I'm going to stick with JavaScript. And then I'm actually going to try diving into some of my code as opposed to just random stuff that I guess it's been tested with. Although, as we've already discovered, it didn't quite work. Well, this is interesting because just pasting a JSON schema in doesn't really give the intention. I'm not sure at this point. Let's see, will this show us? Ah. Okay, so we have to start the process. That's fair enough. That'd be a bit too magical if it did all of that. Okay. Wakey wakey Copilot. I feel like Copilot's gone to sleep a bit here. Nope, still not getting anywhere. I feel like there needs to be a little bit more progress indicator. Ah, here we go. And that looks pretty similar to this one. Let's see if there's any others. Yeah, there are other examples here. I think I'll stick with that one. Okay, I think this is from my... Oh, it needs to be a TypeScript file. Okay, all right, fine. That's fair enough. But that actually still worked, which is interesting. Okay, great. Get repositories we looked at already. Non-order images we looked at. Java function. Okay, I wanted to look at the prime test. There's one there. Test without the toil. Ah, test on the backbone of any robust software engineering product. Import a unit test package and let. Okay, well, I'd have to have the test there, so I'll go for that one right now. I saw one down here I was interested in trying. Where was it? I feel like it... I'm sure I saw one that I wanted to try. Maybe not. Maybe it's time to... try one of my own projects. Let's see. I am... I think of something. Let's start a little basic. Well, not basic in terms of complication, but basic in terms of it's not a framework per se. Let's try. No, it's not in. Where? I don't know. Forget. I need Copilot to remind me where I save things. There it is, yes. So this is TypeScript Visual Studio Code extension. Relatively complex. It looks like, oh no, activating extensions. Let me move this up again so you can see. I need to get a shortcut for that. I'll have to sort that out. Yeah, do that for me, Copilot. So that is currently red. I'll activate. I don't know if it works on Markdown. I don't think so. I'm not sure what it would do. Because we could see what could it do with Markdown. And something is happening. Oh, interesting. What does it want to suggest? Okay, interesting. I don't know. If I just started typing, what would happen? It just seems to be suggesting things from within the file. And not a lot else. I could just start typing the. This could get weird. The. It's thinking. Oh. Huh. Well, that is unexpected. That's not correct, but that's interesting. Huh. Let's try something a little less niche. You need Go version. Wow. Although, was that written anywhere else? I don't think so, no. Because you don't need Go, this is a binary. It's just going to cycle through versions. Now, this is interesting though. I wasn't actually expecting this, but this is kind of interesting. This would be a cool one to try. I mean, I could endlessly go on here with all sorts of random. I wonder if. So if we add a comment, I mean, Markdown doesn't really have comments. So describe installation. I don't think that's going to work. I think that's possibly too subtle. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work. Anyway, all right. So, what could we want here? I mean, this has got a lot of frameworks in here as well. What could we try? Let's try completing this. We can see what it could be. Oops, the wrong. It's a bit too much. I can't seem to get rid of this. Got too many things trying to assist me here. No, go away. That's it. Okay, thank you. Too many assistants trying to assist me at once. What a world. What a life. Well, error. That's the only suggestion I'm getting as well. It's not optimal. I mean, it'll do, but it's not optimal. But that's fair enough. It's just an error message. I mean, it's basically the same. What else could we try? I feel like a lot of this is too niche, but we could think of something else that might work. I feel like a lot of this is a bit too niche. This could be. Let's see. I don't know if it gets context from the file you're in. I'm not sure. But let's see. Okay, a bracket. That's helpful, but not massively helpful. Get. Yeah, I mean, it's reasonable. Interestingly, it doesn't want to offer me any other suggestions, just get. API get fix suggestions. Is that actually valid? I feel like that is. Is it though? Let me see. I don't think so. I'm not sure where that's come from. No, it's not. I'm not sure where that's come from. Where's that come from? It's interesting. I don't know why I'm searching for that. That's going to not really get me anyway. So we don't want get. We actually, I don't know where it's getting these suggestions from. Kind of strange. Let's carry on. Post, and we'll start there and see what happens. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, it's not giving me very many suggestions, which is interesting. It's the same kind of type of suggestion over and over again. And that's suggesting I should just post a function, a pre-existing function. Yeah. This is all very... yeah. I mean, my example is very niche. These are all sort of vaguely related to the topic, actually, but they're all quite niche. I think we need something a little less niche. Let me think. I have a React project, actually. Let's see if it can cope with React. And I might try non-JavaScript if I have much. I have some weird random Ruby gems. I could try those. Copilot, tell me where I saved. No. What am I looking for? No, it's not in there. It's in creative. It's this. I think you might have seen this before. I might try Flutter in a minute as well. Okay. Oh, this is me messing around with uh-oh. previous video, yeah. Okay, great. No worries, go away. That's fine, thank you. Let's try. Yeah. So, for example, oh, that was something else. What do I want? I want yeah. I mean, this is actually relatively basic. What do I want to add? Say I want to. Well, we could try reproducing this again. So we have to. Let's try and think in terms of a comment first. What is this? This is returning. Return number of characters? It's a funny thing. You have to kind of think about the best way of describing it, which is actually an interesting exercise in itself. But yeah, even suggesting on the comments, which is kind of interesting. Number of characters. Oops. I've got to accept the prompt to accept. That's it. There we go. Render user info. Yeah, to start. Oops. It's a bit. I need to make a bit of space. Yeah. Yes. Okay, that's valid, but of course the code is already in the file. So let's see what happens if we get rid of it. So this time it's not as fast. Yeah, I guess that was kind of cheating, Copilot. Oh, no, here we go. Yeah. It's not wrong, I don't think. I would have to, let's see. Let's carry on. Return. Still, I might actually just remind myself, it's been a while since I looked at this code. Let's, oh, damn, I don't have it anymore. Let me just quickly go back a step. I just want to remind myself what it actually is. Well, let's just keep going. I'm intrigued to know like how far you have to go until it thinks it's finished, shall we say. So, yes. Oops. Yes. Why not? I'm not getting any other suggestions, so why not? Div. It's not wrong. mean, it's not wrong. It's not quite what we want either, but let's see. Do we get a finish? Because we need to close a div first. Yeah. And this is actually more. This is actually in some respects better than what I had, which is a bit damning. I'm not a programmer. And we get the closing bracket, yes. Now we should get yes, and now we should get yes. What happens if we keep going? It wants to keep adding brackets, which we don't need, I don't think. Yeah, it just sort of keeps going now. I mean, that's... it's not too dissimilar. It's basically the same. The main problem we have is this is the wrong component. I wonder, let's just try, because I mean we have to be a little specific. As character, no, not as a character list though. This is a thing. As a character, I don't know. I'm not really sure. I could say character component, but why not? Let's see what happens. Okay, yep. Yep. Yeah, I mean, this is all what we had before. We get a div now, yep. Sure, it's actually not as accurate as last time, but that's fine. That is... This is human error. I actually should have put characters component. So it is actually correct. I put the wrong thing. Which is kind of interesting in itself. Human error. Yeah. And one more. Yeah. So it's a little different, but it's actually not wrong. So yeah. Okay. Interesting. I will take it back to what I had before. Just because I'm human, so I'm obviously superior. Even though we just proved I'm not. Let's try one other language maybe quickly. I might try... I am tempted to try my Flutter project. It's a little bit more niche. Let's see. It may not work. I don't know if it supports Flutter. I barely understand Flutter, so... okay. Let's do that later. Do that later. Not right now. Too many assistants. Okay. So we can replicate some of these quite easily. And it hasn't said it doesn't work yet. So let's... I mean, the thing here is you could see in each case, everyone is a little bit different. And we could try with the GitHub one, because in theory, you should have a vague idea about how GitHub works, but maybe not. Okay, so let's unpack. It's, I mean, we could be very obscure. Let's try, well, not really, I suppose. Oh, what's a comment? Yeah. Get response from GitHub. It's not wrong. We weren't really specific enough. Is that? Yeah, because the example is getting issues. So we should have specified issues. Okay. That's fine. So if we said get issues from GitHub. Well, actually, it's a little bit more specific than that, isn't it? Well, no, it's based on the token. So we have to clear that and start again. That's interesting. It's calling the Trello API. Let's try wording it slightly different. What? I mean, it feels fairly specific to me. It's interesting. The first one was more accurate when we were less. Ah. It's picking out the Flutter issues. I mean, it's again, it's not wrong. Flutter is just obsessed with picking out Flutter. I wonder if we should try for specific user. Okay, I mean, that is not how I did it, but that is definitely not wrong. What we also need though is, what was it here? If, yeah, so, oops, yeah, oh, well, I want to be cleverer than that. Yeah, that's actually quite clever. Huh. Wow. This is not completely correct, I don't think. Actually, I think it is. I think it's just a different way of doing it. Wow. Okay. All right. Let's recap. So, GitHub Copilot, what does it promise? I'll just revisit the web page and remind myself what it promises whilst I just tidy up a little bit in the behind the scenes. Where is the web page? It promises to be your AI pair programmer. Does it deliver? Let's see. Copilot, you get suggestions for whole lines or entire functions right through your editor. Yes, not always, but a lot of the time. They're not always completely accurate, but they are some of the time. I love the whole comment, generated from the comment thing. Some of the other bits. I think it has to be quite general, broad. Code, like the Visual Studio Code extension failed because that was too niche. Maybe if I was building it for a better known API, maybe, but that particular tool that the extension is based upon is too niche, maybe. If I was doing it for something more broadly known, it might work better. I must admit, I found the Flutter and the React examples much better than the examples in their own documentation. Some of those didn't really work, especially that Express one, which I find interesting. But for my examples, just completely off the bat, that actually worked really, really well. So I think I will keep this running and kind of have a bit of a report back in a month or so about how it goes. I'm especially interested to see how it works with the whole documentation thing. So I was excited to try this, but I was expecting it to be a bit flawed. But actually, I found that quite impressive in places. Disappointing in other places, but quite impressive in other places. So I am frankly quite impressed with that. I'm definitely willing to keep trying and to keep it running and see what happens. So yeah, if you try it as well, let me know in the comments. Let me know how you get along. So to summarize, you can find more about me at christianschiller.com. Subscribe wherever you are watching. Give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment. I would love to hear your thoughts on this and what you've tried with it if you've got access, or what you thought about some of the responses that I got. It was quite fascinating. I mean, I'm looking forward to trying it some more over the next few weeks. So I'm going to be back next week, 5 p.m. That is 5 p.m. UTC plus, actually UTC plus 1 now, Central European time basically. And I'm going to be looking at Ghost, the kind of static site content creation tool. And I'm going to attempt to see if I can re-architect some of my creaking, aging Jekyll websites with that and see how we go. So I'll see you next week. And until then, thanks for joining.